Hello again. This is my 2016 Kia Soul. It's the Plus level trim. And I bought this car just a little over a year ago, and it had 24,931 miles on it when I purchased it. And right now it has just over 35,000 miles on the clock. But I've had absolutely no issues with the car. And winter driving in upstate New York didn't pose to be too much of an issue. Especially my previous car was a 2005 Subaru Forester with all-wheel drive, and this just has front-wheel drive. But I put Bridgestone Blizzaks on it all the way around, and I didn't have any problem at all. This level of trim has the 2-liter GDI gas direct injection engine in it. It has a 6-speed automatic. And one thing I learned after I purchased the car is that there's a flaw in all GDI engines where you get excessive carbon buildup on the back of the intake valves. And I did use the CRC induction cleaning system on it last year after I bought it, and a bunch of crap came out of the tailpipe just as they indicated it might. So after I did a little research, I discovered that they sell aftermarket oil catch cans. While I wanted a commercially available unit, I really didn't have any space to put it. As you see down here, it's pretty well packed, and I didn't want to run it all the way over on the other side. So in true fashion, I decided to make my own. There's a couple of other videos out there that people used an air compressor air water separator, and that's what I did. I went to Harbor Freight and I got this on sale. I think it was like $9 or $10. And the reason I opted to go with this is because of the size, and that I wanted to keep it as close to the PCV valve as I could. I thought about mounting it back there, but to get at it, to empty it, it was just not convenient. But having it mounted up here, it's easy to get to. I can just easily remove this container. Here I've removed that top cover from the engine, and I just used soft copper, and I adapted a hose onto the PCV valve, came around over to the air water separator, and I put a length of clear line just to see if any junk was getting back into the engine, and I haven't seen any yet. And I routed this back around and back into the engine. So far, this has caught an awful lot of fluid and keeping it from going back into those intake valves. That is the sum total of 1 year of collecting the fluid that would have gotten back on the backside of those intake valves. And it's a collection of oil, and there's a couple clumps in there. So I'm pleased that I went through the effort to keep that from getting back into the engine. During the winter time, you're going to have to empty it more often than during the summer, by quite a bit. Most of this has been collected since December. This is the first air water separator that I had installed on the Kia. Let me get the parts oriented correctly here. Okay, That goes there, and this goes on the outside of that. And I'll let you know a couple things that I learned and one mistake that I made. Let's start with my mistake. The clear plastic. Do not spray anything like carburetor cleaner or other solvents on the inside of that clear plastic, because it will obviously cloud it right up and you won't be able to see how much fluid's inside. So that was my bad, and that was the main reason I replaced that original unit on the cars, so I can see inside to see the fluid level. It just makes it a whole lot easier. The second thing is this O-ring, and I'll include the link in the description. The one that comes with the unit is not made to withstand petrochemical type fluids, gasoline, whatever's coming back in the engine, and it will last you maybe a month. The third thing is, on the inside of this assembly, anything that is plastic will be destroyed. On the very top, there's a little plastic diffuser, and that just is destroyed over time. It didn't last maybe 4 or 5 months. It was just dissolved from the gasoline and stuff getting back inside. So I made another steel one inside there. There's a plastic piece here that comes with the unit, and that also will be destroyed. Here is one that I made myself to go up on the top there, and it worked. I wanted to shroud that cindered material as much as I could so the fluid would just drain down around the outside. And I found that an old metal film canister, it has to be something made out of either aluminum or something that can withstand the gasoline. I cut a hole in the bottom side of that, just this diameter, and that fits up inside there very nicely, and it goes around the outside of that centered piece. So the fluid will drain down around the outside of that. As a matter of fact, I had to cut off maybe a 1/4 inch because it extended down too far and hit the inside of this plastic container on the outside. On that O-ring there, I give it a good coat of dielectric grease. Just makes it easier to put everything back in there. So I thought this might be of interest to somebody else, and just to see what other people are doing out there. So that's it for now. Have a nice day.